The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki.
Hello, welcome to the show. It's the Nikki Glaser Podcast. I'm Nikki Glaser. I'm in St. Louis. Taylor McGraw is here.
Hey, ya.
Regular on the show. What's up, T?
What up, G?
Also here is Anya Marina and Brian Frangionoa. What up? Hi, guys. I just got a text from a friend because I had posted on my Instagram story that there was some report about Kendall Jenner being a monster or something. Let me read it. What did it say? It said Kendall Jenner is branded an unbearable bitch after video resurfaces of her. So I didn't check out the video or whatever, but then I wrote in response to that on my Instagram story, I actually hear that she and Kim are the nice ones of the family. And because that's what I've heard from people who know. They know. And I've heard multiple reports that everyone in the family, they're not mean, but the people who are incredibly nice to crew and other people out in the production and go out of their way to be nice are Kendall and Kim that are the really, really nice ones. And my friend just wrote to me, who's a friend that has worked with them, and goes, "No, Kylie's the worst." And I go, "Well, I didn't say she was. It's about Kendall." She was like, "Oh yeah, okay, then this is correct." She was like, "Kendall and Kim are the nice ones." She was like, "Don't say Kylie's nice." I'm like, "I did not."
She doesn't look nice.
Yeah,
she's got a scowl.
She paid for that scowl.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You pay to look that angry. Yeah, because smiling makes your face wrinkly.
Don't I know?
Oh, is that what you just been so happy your whole life?
Yeah. I'm always making fun of everybody and everything and getting a sly little smile going.
How's everyone doing today? What's the haps? I mean, we're back from the road. We were in Chicago and Peoria this weekend, me and Anya with Matt, Anya's husband.
Husband feels weird to say.
Material.
I'm still saying partner here and there. I'm trying to work
Really?
husband. It just sounds so possessive to be like I was boarding a plane and I'm like, this is my boarding pass, and then I swipe and I'm like, and this is my husband's. And I'm just like, it's so weird. And then Matt's like, yeah, I wouldn't say that. I'm like, you wouldn't if you had both our boarding passes. What would you say? He's like, I'd just be like, this is mine.
This is hers.
This is hers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I read a thing the other day that said a meme that was like, if a guy wants to make you horny, it was something to the effect of, if you want to make me horny, say my name, in the middle of a sentence, when you're talking to me.
I hate that.
Say my name. Oh my God. When I hear Chris say Nikki, I'm always just like, oh,
I always feel like I'm in
trouble. Yeah.
When Avi does
it.
that.
Well, maybe that's why I like it. I like being a little bad girl when he calls me Nicole Renee. Yeah, I like it. I think it's hot, and I think that's the only reason to get married is that you can say husband and wife. It sounds cool. I think that's one of the perks.
It feels
not
like
the only
I'm
reason,
bragging a little, like my husband. I got married. I'm worth
I
something.
reeled one in.
I used to feel that way about boyfriend too. Like my boyfriend. Like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? Does someone love you?
It's embarrassing when we're this age to say boyfriend.
Oh my God.
It should be man friend.
When I was filming FBoy Island, these girls would always say, and I don't know, just in my 24 years of life, I've just never, and I'm like, do you always need to say, and they'd be like, sorry, Nikki. Like they knew it. And then I didn't like that because it was acknowledging that they do know I'm older. I want them to be like, I just always think of you like you're 24.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And so that's the road was fun. It was fun being out there. Thank you to all the besties who came. So many were there, both in the audience, because I heard your cheering when the host, the person bringing me up, would say the Nikki Glaser Podcast. I heard you guys go woo, and then I met many of you after the show at the meet and greet, and that was so special.
And
I
even
I loved
scored
it.
new stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was not a bestie. She seemed like someone that got brought along with a group of people, but I loved her jacket. As I will compliment your outfit if you look cute and you come to see me. I know that some people are like, I don't need that.
No,
I'm just wearing an outfit. I love compliments too.
And getting them, yeah.
But I will say, and I've said it before, most of the time I give a compliment to someone, maybe they're nervous to meet me, and so they don't go like, thanks, I got it at this. They just kind of don't say anything. And this isn't only at meet and greets. I think that people sometimes are just like, thanks. And you just go well, Or like, can you give a little bit like, I love it too. Oh my God. No one ever says anything. Like I want a little bit more.
It takes me a minute to decide if it's mine because people say like about my car a lot. And then I say, thank you. Or I'm like, wait, what? I didn't make this car when I was 10 years old.
I know, my dog. Or like when I have dogs, they're like, these dogs are cute. I'm like, thanks. I birthed them. Even if you did birth it, it's not like you choose to do like, there's no free will.
Hair issue on your baby.
Or like if you get if I ever get a compliment about something the other day, actually, and I'll get back to the jacket thing from the meet and greet.
Sorry.
But no, I was on FBoy Island and the director brought his children to set, and they were like these young girls, I think 14, 11, and then there was like maybe a 9-year-old, and they were so sweet, and 2 girls and the youngest boy, and both the girls were like kind of looking at, because I was all done up. It was like the finale episode, so I was like high heels and wearing this glamorous outfit, and I just looked like a Barbie kind of, and they were both like and they were like, hi, and he introduced them, and he was like, this is Nikki, she's really nice and funny, and he was like, and then I complimented him. We both love each other so much. And so the kids were just like, hi. And the girls came up to me and they're like, you look so pretty. They were like, we thought you were one of the girls like on the show. You look so pretty. And you could just tell that they were like, and and so I have my microphone on and the director, their dad is in the control room and I'm on set with the girls and they're going to go visit him in a second. But I had this little moment with them. They're like, you're so pretty. And I was like, girls, thank you so much. That's so nice. I just want to tell you, this is fake hair. This is a spray tan. I paint my body every time. These are fake eyelashes. This is so much makeup. If I took this off, I'd be unrecognizable to you. I promise you, all of this is a lie. And they were just like, we don't need to know. Like they were kind of like, okay. I go, everything you see on TV is a lie. Don't compare yourself ever. And they were like, we just wanted to say you're pretty. Yeah. But then I had my earpiece in. And he goes, I just want to say thank you for doing that. He was like, that was really cool what you just did. You like immediately told them the truth. You accepted it, but you told them the truth about these things because they are so young. They are at that age of like, the way they were looking at me was like, you're better than everyone because you're so pretty. And it was like,
you're better than mom because she just wears a house coat, curlers every day.
You do look at the celebrities. You just have this. I just need to constantly just ruin that image or dispel any I don't know, like perfection that they put onto it. And maybe it's like unnecessary to do all the time, but I liked that he saw what I was doing and appreciated it because he must see his kids like absorb so much lies.
It's double tough for kids these days because they have filters to contend with also. It's like everybody on Instagram looks absolutely perfect.
When you go on Instagram story to post something as a selfie, it's already filtered. I know people go, well, I didn't put it on Paris mode. Paris is like the classic filter that doesn't kind of look like a filter, but you're already filtered. These cameras already are filtering us to make us look as pretty as possible. Yeah. And you
on Zoom.
Cannot get
automatic.
Yes.
On Zoom.
Automatic. You have to go in and unenhance.
Oh, really?
Yes, you are enhanced. Automatic. If you think, man, I look good today, you don't.
Damn it. I've never looked good then.
You need to
the only time I've ever thought that.
I know, because then you can't stop staring at yourself. You're like, I'm fucking gorgeous.
I put a Post-it over it so I can't look at myself because I would probably accidentally be doing it because I don't like use computers. So I'd be like, looking at myself all the time.
Yes. It's, we're always being lied to. It's painful. So but anyway, so this woman came through at the meet and greet and I was like, that's a great jacket. And we took she was like, thanks. Took a picture. And I was like, where'd you get that? Like, is that, and she's like, Anthro. And I was like, is it recent? Like, can I still get it? She was like, you can have this one. And I was like, really? She was like, I work there. I'll get another. And I was like, she goes, it's going to be too big for you. Because she was like a bigger lady, but like not that much, but it was like already baggy on her. And I was like, but I like that style. So it's like, I got like a boyfriend jacket and it's so cool. It's so cool. It's like this velour black and then it has embroidered like all these like birds kind of thing. Like it's really gorgeous. And I'm so excited. And
it looks like
that's happened to me a couple times.
Bomber.
Yeah, satin is what I meant, not velour. Sorry, I get those two confused. Yeah, it's satin. It's a satin oversized bomber. And it's awesome. And I love it so much. And it's so much better than buying something.
I love doing that because I would get everything from the thrift store. So I'm just like, you can have it. You're
That's so nice.
It would be hard to find.
What a move,
But
dude.
it cost 50 cents. So
That's
it's perfect.
so nice.
Then I get
more
love.
people should do that. I'm
Just
going to try
give
to do
people
that
the-
more often.
There was a really awkward episode of Conan where Trump was on, and this was before he was running for president or anything. This was just when he was the apprentice Trump, and he was promoting the apprentice, and he had a tie on, and Conan said, "Oh, that's a really nice tie." And then Trump said, "It's a Trump tie." And then he did his whole like commercial for Trump ties. They're the best ties. And then he goes, "You want this tie?" And Conan clearly did not want the tie, but he had to pretend like, "Oh, I'll take the tie." And then Trump gave him the tie like he was handing him a Cadillac. And then Conan had to put on the tie and be like, "Oh, I'm so happy with this tie." And he was like, "You see what I just did for you? I gave you this tie."
Oh, gosh.
I hate that Trump did something
Disgusting.
kind
Awkward.
of charming once.
Oh,
Or twice.
He did a
I mean, he
couple
does a
things
lot of
that-
things that are
he's charming all the time. That's why he was
Yeah, he
president.
is. Yes.
Ever since Shane Gillis's special, I just keep thinking about his Trump impression about how U.S.
Beautiful
killed
dogs.
that guy with the dogs, the beautiful dogs. He died like a dog.
It's so good. If
So
you haven't heard Shane Gillis's Trump impression, it's Anya. You said it best the other day. You were like, I could listen to that for
Half an hour.
14 hours.
Yeah, that should have been the
Half
whole
an hour or
special.
14.
It's
Not to knock the rest of it, but that was my favorite
No, it
part.
was so good. I loved his special. Brian, you loved his special too. You wrote me and was like, Shane Gillis is the next Louis C.K.
Yeah, best special of the year so far, I think. I mean, it was amazing. It's really, he's got this everyman, working man vibe. He's got those people on lock and he understands them and they understand him. And that special was incredibly well written. It's so funny. The best special of the year.
And he's
I'm
having
calling
a
it.
great time.
Joe
Yeah.
List
He's in the
really funny,
pocket.
too. You can watch it on YouTube. I forgot
Joe
what
List
it's
is
called.
so great. All by myself or something. I
Yeah.
forget. But yeah, but Shane, he just was having a great time. I learned so much about what I want to do for my next one in terms of he was loose. He was felt very loose. He didn't feel like nervous. He also he's having a good time. He's smiling a lot. I think like sometimes comedians just get too and like don't smile. Like
If
just,
people laugh and they're like, you can tell they're kind of holding it in. I'd be
Yes.
laughing.
But
a lot.
also, I hate when comedians laugh at their own jokes because you're like, you've done this a million times.
Then
I
you
can't
hate me.
But he doesn't seem to be. I don't think his is bullshit. Like I think he's actually still having fun with the joke.
Yeah, like laughing at people's reaction to it.
Yeah,
I would think would
he's
be
in
funny.
it. He's in the pocket, as we've said before. It was really impressive to me. I loved it so much, and I just my favorite thing was him getting bullied for wearing a bucket hat. He got like bullied by a goth in Australia for wearing a bucket hat, and it's so funny because he like attempted to wear a bucket hat. His friend was like, "No, it looks cool," and he was like, "Yeah, who's gonna make fun of me in Australia? Everyone's nice here."
The
And then
goth strikes back.
Someone lifted up his bucket hat and then put it back on his head, like behind him, and he turned around thinking it must be a friend because who would do that? And it was a goth.
Yes. Finally.
We used to make fun of goths, right?
Yeah, not to their face. We made fun of everyone, though.
Well,
we
'cause-
were equal opportunity. We
Yeah.
didn't like pick on the dorks. We made equal fun of like every person in the
Yeah,
whole
we
school.
could everyone to death. But we made fun of goths. There was one girl who used to draw like porn cats. She used to draw like cats like with huge tits, like almost robotic. You
Like
know,
she
you
was
used to
good
draw
at drawing anime, but we didn't know what
She
anime
was ahead
was.
of her time.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
there was anime, but not a lot, right?
No, I don't think it was that
Like
popular.
I think
back
she
then.
made up anime. She could be the originator.
Wow.
I'm gonna look her up.
When I was in
Do you
high
remember her
school, I
name?
used to
Yeah, but I'm
draw
not gonna
all the
say it.
time. I would draw during class and stuff. And there was one time I was really good at drawing the top halves of people, but not the legs.
Like, every day
They
was
just
arm day
taper.
for you.
Particularly the pelvis, I could not handle. And I was drawing this like comic book character. And there was this girl, probably
Can't
the hottest
handle.
girl in my high school class, was sitting behind me that day. And she was watching me draw this thing. And then she goes over and she's like, "You're really good at drawing." And I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." Except for the legs. The legs and pelvis are kind of
Uh-oh.
like off. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not very good at it." And there was something
She
like,
just covered it with
I
paper.
know,
They're
I
like,
should-
I'm good at it.
but the top halves. Do you ever see the movie Pop Star? Where
Yes.
the Lonely Island musical movie that should have done better
One of the
and
best comedy movies ever.
Yeah, one of the funniest movies ever, and it flopped, and because people are stupid. But in that movie, he goes off into the farm and he starts painting and he paints horses, but he can't do the hooves.
Yeah, that's right. I remember
That's like
that.
me with the
easiest part?
pelvis and legs.
The pelvis. What is hard
I
about a
can't draw
pelvis?
legs. Mine taper. It's like I can't draw anything really. But if I
Shut
start,
up. Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's
What?
not accurate. If I start drawing the top, the legs just taper.
You
off
have your
and-
drawings on your body. You literally have
but
tattooed
not
yourself.
people. And the hands always are in the pockets for sure.
Have
or
you
one
gotten
goes
any
like this,
new
one goes like
tattoos
this.
lately?
Yeah, JonBenét Ramsey, baby.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
what? No
Wow.
way. What?
JBR.
You wrote JBR? You are obsessed. Wait.
I will avenge you, JonBenét.
What do you think happened?
I heard brother did it. Burke did it. BDI.
How much would you bet?
Hard
Yeah.
BDI.
BDI.
Everything I got.
Did it is BDI.
Yeah. It's RDI Ramsey's did it. BDI Burke did
Is
it.
this within the
IDI
community?
Intruders did it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Everyone
BDI.
knows. Yeah, you're BDI.
And the parents covered it up.
BDI'd.
And
BDI.
the
There's
next
your eyes.
note was written by the mommy.
little eyes.
They were written by the mom, yeah.
And a
She,
Sharpie.
and it was an accident. He like
Yes.
pushed her off the thing because they were arguing about pineapple or something.
He I think he hit her and then with the flashlight and then
Oh, shit.
he made the garrote, which wasn't actually a garrote or garrote
Garrote.
or whatever. It was actually it's very similar to a Boy Scout toggle, which he knew how to make. And it's what you pull things with. So there's evidence of her being pulled by it. So I think he was trying to like pull her and like accidentally strangled her all the way. And then there's marks on her body that they matched to the train tracks. Like he picked up the train tracks and was kind of poking her. So he was just like confused. He didn't know what was going on.
Is he special
And-
needs?
I think now you can tell that he is, but I don't know about back then. But the thing
Listen,
that
everyone celebrates Christmas Eve differently.
he has special needs, but they might not be psychological, let's just say.
Right.
But they found a lot of books in their house, and one was called like "Why Doesn't Johnny Have a Conscience?" And they were all about
Oh,
children
that
behaving
don't seem to
overtly
have-
sexually.
Oh, that the Ramseys had
And
clearly bought because they had a
The
son that was
family
dealing
bought
with
them, yeah.
that.
Their
And that
mom.
checks out with the 911 call where Patsy can be heard saying, "What did you do?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
What
All right,
year
well we
was
have to
this?
take a break.
It seems like
let's all
yesterday for me,
process
Brian.
this,
1996.
and then come back and talk about the Delphi murders that there's been.
Oh my
no,
God,
we're not going to
no,
talk
please.
about it, but there has been a huge update.
She
in
already
that.
said she wouldn't let
Yeah,
me.
I said in the kitchen. Taylor's like, "Can we talk about the Delphi murders?" Because there's been updates.
Sure,
and I
totally.
said I can't. Because I haven't studied them enough, and I got some. All the records are been sealed, but they were open for a little bit. And
Can you send
one of
them
the
to
besties sent me the unsealed things. She like got them.
Well, we
We're gonna,
can
like,
choose
screenshot
one of
them.
the most fun things that happened between Chicago and Peoria coming up next.
Oh, Starbucks. Which run?
Murder?
Which Starbucks stop in that 3-hour drive? We made 14. All right, we'll be back right after this. All right, so we were driving between Chicago and Peoria on Saturday for our show. Anya, what happened?
You started playing a question game, which Matt and I always appreciate. And it was like
Because you guys get to know each other so much more as husband and her.
wife. No, it's fun to get to know you more too. Because even though I lived with you for years and I've known you now for 11, I think, there's always more to learn about Nikki
Yeah.
Glaser.
Well, and Matt passes on most of these questions.
Oh, you're asking who knows?
No, it's like they're just like they're like conversation starter. Like I Google like
Icebreakers?
fun, quirky questions. It's really hard to Google fun questions. You get the same list over and over. It's like Googling lyrics. Do you ever Google lyrics and it's just like so many ads and pop-ups and stuff?
Oh
Like
God, lyrics.
it's
Forget about it.
really difficult to find fun, interesting conversation starters. It's the same list over and over, reposted.
Invisibility or flight. You know, it's always that.
Yes.
Oh, that
always
was
superpower.
one, yeah.
Always. Yeah. Yeah.
Hot or cold.
Yeah. It's
freeze to death or burn.
It's for people who are autistic who are going on a first date and need like questions to ask or something, which I think is good. It's nice to have these. They do help you get to know each other so much better, and it does spark good conversation. So there was one that we did that Anya was like, we should definitely talk about this on the pod. So Anya, do you want to present the question?
If someone was borrowing your body for a few months, what would you tell them about how it works?
That's funny.
I love this
Um,
one.
I'd be like, pee carefully.
Okay, well, like, are we talking? Because we answered this question. I'm
outside,
like, we were just mostly the answers were like we didn't want people to fuck it up, so we were like, be careful about this thing. And I'm wondering, like, would we tell the person to like have fun with it, like do more, like, hey, go hike, see if my body likes doing that.
So it's like a rental, like you're gonna get it back, and it's gonna be all scratches on it.
Like,
Yeah,
I think that's
it
what
was,
we
like,
were worried
warnings.
about. I think like we were creating like a list, like if someone was watching our dog, like he likes to go to bed at this time. Like, is this the question? Is that the question? Like how it works? Like what things people, or would you be like, listen, it's going to do this weird creaky thing. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I assume is the more
That's
fun
what I
answer.
think it's like. That's the
Right.
more fun answer. I think we should go for that.
I think so,
like,
too.
Things your body does that people would be like, oh my God, I should go to the hospital. But like, calm down.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's
Rather
like
than-
insurance.
Queefing is
you have
normal.
To, you have to report.
Yeah, queefing when you're in a downward dog position during yoga.
It sounds like you're
is
the
normal.
Tin Man when you bend over.
Oh my God.
Being a
Farting
rental
when
would
you
just be a
come is going to
nightmare.
happen if it's a good one.
Make sure it's a good one if you want that.
My joints crack, like my elbow and my knees, and it makes like this loud snapping sound as if like a branch is breaking off a tree.
What?
So I would
And
tell
it
the
doesn't
person-
hurt?
No,
Wow.
it doesn't hurt at all, but it
branch, it's
scares a lot of people.
Oh my God. Someone thinks that there's like a tornado outside, but you're just like leaning back, stretching. Okay, that's a good
I think
one
that's
to know.
everyone, right?
Wait, why pee carefully, Taylor?
Oh, I just thought of the last thing that I did that I was like, what is wrong with me? Because I was peeing outside and it was just all over my entire body. The ground was hard. But there's still some
because
reason.
it came out too slow.
It's too fast. It ricocheted.
Oh, I thought it came out slow and it dripped down the sides of your thighs.
no,
like
it's not
sometimes
like
it comes
a-
out like of a cave wall.
Oh, I
and
know
it
all
just
about
trickles down,
that.
or like Mary, a statue of Mary crying or whatever. You know what I mean?
like
it just
stigmata,
yes. And that's what I like when it comes out. I always try to like get it like.
But not outside on the hard ground. It hasn't rained in a while in St. Louis,
I like
Missouri.
that
ladies and
Taylor
Why were you
gentlemen.
assumes
peeing
anyone
outside in
taking
St.
her
Louis?
body out for a spin is going to be pissing
Peeing
outside.
outside.
Well, you're
carefully.
That's what I was wondering. Did they also have like my muscle memory and like psyche? Are they gonna be outside peeing? Oh, okay, so
They're just borrowing your body for
Wait,
3
why
months.
were you peeing outside in St. Louis?
because
Where
I
you
was
live?
catching insects in the park.
In what park?
Carondelet.
Carondelet Park. You were catching insects.
Yeah.
Do you? And then you put them in the freezer and then you stab them
Yes.
through the abdomen.
Death. Uh huh. No,
Okay.
they're dead when I stab them.
How do you catch them? With a jaw?
I have a net, and then also I have
You
something
have, like,
called
a net like kids get.
a beat sheet, which I just made.
Is it sticky?
No. It's like a big sheet, make it X, and then you wrap around like fabric, and then you go put it under a tree, and then you bang on the tree, and stuff falls out. Beat sheet.
Beat sheet. Oh, whoa.
Pissed on the beat sheet.
And this
Okay.
is for science you're doing this? Or?
She's
yeah,
notes
you
for
could say
her
that.
hobby.
That's my hobby, science, baby.
I would tell your body person that's borrowing it, like, you might see some bugs in the fridge.
One did crawl out of my shirt while I was driving and flew at my face.
Oh my God. Do you like them when they're alive?
I love them.
Even when they're alive? So why don't you keep
Yeah.
them alive and let
What
them
if you
live?
came back
'Cause I-
and they had like shaved off your pubic hair? Would you be mad?
Nah.
No, I'd
Okay.
say
You would be like, whatever you do, don't shave my pubic hair, Anya.
I just
Yeah,
don't want
what-
to come back to like a weird. I don't know. I was thinking like you would be, because I'm guessing Taylor has like great pubes circa 1974 because you have cool retro taste.
no, she keeps it tidy.
Really?
It doesn't grow.
You don't have any?
Sad. Yeah, but they're pathetic.
They're pathetic, but do you trim the one? Do you like shave the ones that are? Do you have like bald?
No.
It's none of my business. but you don't-
Hell
Oh,
no.
really?
No
I shave it
way.
all off.
You
I
do?
want nothing. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because then it's like, you don't get complaints of like, I found a hair in my
Yeah.
food.
It's the breaks.
Let's say you could rent your body out to somebody for 3 months. And then during those 3 months, it was like you're under anesthesia, like you didn't exist.
Okay.
But you rented it out with the purpose of accomplishing something. So that person would take your body for 3 months and make you
Oh, okay.
lose 10 pounds or
Got it.
learn
Yeah.
a song on the piano or like
Right.
whatever project.
Yeah, like-
would you do it? You'd give up 3 months of your entire life, but you'd come back guaranteed with
No.
that skill.
No, because you
Never.
know what? A part of being skilled and talented is knowing what it took to get there.
Yeah,
and
you
that's the joy of it. Like I don't really celebrate things that I'm born with as much as things that I've earned. What do you guys feel? Do you think you want it to just show up?
Interesting.
No way.
I like being
Same.
good at something. I hate being bad at especially if it's like a sport or some kind of hobby. So I would take that offer in a heartbeat.
You would
What if
take-
they molest?
Well,
they could
oh my
molest.
God.
I
No,
would
well,
take
that's-
someone working out for me because I don't enjoy the process of working out.
So
I'm
what,
not
you could rent them for
I
an
did.
hour?
So yeah,
What
that
if you
I would
could-
have them do Pilates.
You like
For
get a
3
hotel
months.
room and there's a body in there that you get to rent for an hour.
If they molested me, I guess I wouldn't know unless you know it was.
Oh, you might know.
really?
I don't know. Yeah.
But they're allowed to molest me because it'd be them masturbating because it's theirs. Unless, I don't know. It'd be like, telling someone that was babysitting for you they can't eat your snacks. That's staying at your house. They have access to the pantry. They should be able to.
Is there anything
Well, at
about
least
your
the cookie
body and
jar.
how it works that you feel like you would have to explain to them? Like,
I would have
this
to
is a weird-
explain. I would have to give them like a 45-page pamphlet explaining all the
I don't know,
reasons
Brian,
you're going to feel
As
pain.
soon as we said this thing, I said, Brian, Anya was like, we should do this on the pod. I go, Brian will take the entire episode answering this question because there are so many things.
You're
Let's
missing
do the
teeth.
top. Let's do a top 3 right now, Brian. Like if
You
someone
can't-
was to take over your body.
Well, you're going to be missing 2 teeth, and the rest are in pain because you grind and clench at night. So if you can't eat anything, or else you'll hurt. You can't get in a moving vehicle because you're getting nauseous. And let's see, third
Wait,
one.
what?
Oh, you can't
Currently,
sleep.
when did this start? Why can't? Hold on. Why can't you get in a moving vehicle right now?
I don't know. I mean, it's always been an issue. Like I get a little nauseous and motion sick, but like lately it's been like times 10. So like I'm
when
having
you
trouble,
drive or just when someone else drives?
I'm having a little bit of trouble even driving my own car, which
Oh my God.
yeah, which sucks. But that's definitely mental, and it's definitely somehow stress related, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
work it out. But I got my tooth from the dentist,
Yeah.
and finally, after 16 months of waiting to get my tooth back, it was put in, and I was so excited, and it was crooked, and they had
Wait.
to take it out. They had to take it
Refresh?
out.
Is this a dental implant?
Yeah, an implant. Well, the implant's still there, but they had to take out the crown, and I have to wait another 3 weeks to get it
Oh
back.
my God. Oh,
Oh my God, Brian. I'm
Hell.
sorry.
It's crooked? I hate
It was
this.
crooked.
Oh,
It-
I forgot to tell you guys, very important update. I like my veneers now. I had them adjusted for hopefully the final time. I stood up to my beautiful Russian dentist who I'm afraid of. And there was a lovely hygienist that was nearby who happens to be OCD about teeth and was like directing the dentist. Can you imagine a hygienist directing a
Yeah.
dentist? And she was
No.
like, just a little curve there, and this needs to be straightened out, and that's a little too 90
Oh.
degrees, and you need to make
I
it
should have
45.
that job.
It was amazing, and I like my teeth now. So there's hope for you, Brian. In
Oh,
18 months,
Brian.
you'll finally
You got to
like
get
your
the
teeth.
same hygienist.
Brian's tooth saga. I don't think we've gone on into it on the podcast, but it is so much, and it's all due to him not having a filling shaved down all the way. So then his bite became misaligned,
that's a good
and
thing.
then she went
for-
on fucking vacation and couldn't fix it.
She went to a glamorous vacation in Italy, but for anybody who is
You always say glamorous when you describe
Yeah.
it. I've heard him telling people this story like a million times, and he always says a glamorous vacation.
she went on a
There were
glamorous vacation,
palazzos.
yeah, and then she came back with a big hat from Italy, and like, for any
Like a
bestie
Pope hat?
listening, if you
Yeah.
get a cavity filled, then it's usually when they fill it, it's usually a little high, and so when you bite down, that's why they say bite down. They put that paper in your mouth and they shave it down.
it stains the
The
parts.
problem
that they need to
is
shave down.
your mouth is numb usually, so it's really hard for you to tell if you're biting down enough when they measure that with the paper. But just if you get a cavity filled, make sure you bite down and as hard as you can, because the worst thing that can happen is if it's too high. And then if you go home from a cavity and it feels like it's too high, you need to go back.
Go
if not that
back.
day, go back the next day, because you cannot
Wait, I don't get it.
just
You'll
have
grind at night, and then things
No,
will
but
start
that's
to
why
go
you're
haywire.
grinding. Even when you're biting, if it's a little
Right.
too high, that point will just keep nailing the other tooth, and both teeth will get damaged and possibly cracked, which is what happened to mine.
Jesus
So
Christ.
if you're a
Well, that's
bestie
good.
listening and you get a filling and it feels like it's too high, do not wait. Do not think like maybe this is in my head. Do not think like maybe it'll fix itself on its own. You need to go back that day or the next day.
Taylor, you just went to the dentist for the first time,
No, I couldn't get an appointment.
but you called.
I
And that
called
means
and left
something.
a message.
Yeah, you have dentist fear. What's it
Trying.
called? What's a phobia when you're scared of the dentist? What's it called? You got to.
Dentophobia. I don't
Orthophobia.
know.
Yeah.
Orthophobia.
Yeah. And why are you scared to go? Have you always been your whole life?
Yeah. I don't like the whole, but the main thing is the sucker. The sucker.
Really? That thing's the best.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm drooling.
I'm gonna throw
Okay, we
up.
won't talk about it. We won't talk about it.
But
I
also,
love
it's
going to the
scary.
dentist.
Brian, I feel bad for you. That's so scary.
I'm so sorry too.
I'm sorry
I
for
just, I'm just
you.
sorry that he's in constant pain.
Jeez.
I mean,
And then I was supposed to get my mattress delivered today, my replacement mattress.
But you bit it.
Tempur-Pedic fucked up so bad. I had to call them and be
You've
like,
been attacked.
the incompetence. I said the phrase, the incompetence on display right now is astonishing. Because they've been
They only
fucking
know
up-
about things on display.
I mean, yeah, they've been
That's
fucking up
mattress
for
talk.
months here. For months.
Yeah.
They were supposed to take this mattress away and give me a refund for it. Instead, they refunded me for the mattress I bought and canceled my delivery.
Jesus
So now I'm still
Christ.
stuck with this shit mattress.
No,
My-
you'll probably
my
get both
credit card-
free.
My credit card has a negative $4,000 balance, which is also not good because they refunded me for my mattress. This is just insane how much Tempur-Pedic is fucked up. So I have no tooth. I've got no mattress. There's another thing. I went to Dallas this weekend.
Yeah.
I've just been dealing with incompetence, and I just don't know if everybody is stupid. Is everyone just
Yes.
bad at
Yeah,
what
I
they're
mean,
doing?
Spectrum. I'll find you and I'll
Well,
get
they're
you
like,
back.
I read that our parents, a lot of baby boomers, were around. Like they just took lead out of gasoline in 1992. So we've all been exposed to lead in our lifetimes, and it's catching up to people. And especially even before 1992, lead was everywhere, and that's why baby boomers are kind of going cuckoo quicker than they maybe should. Is
Oh my
because
God.
there's lead exposure.
But what about some of these people are not? Wait, how old is the youngest baby boomer?
Don't ask me that. I told you never to ask me that.
How old is
And
the youngest
what
baby
is
boomer?
football? Yeah, like I don't really know the
57
Baby
Baby
boomers
boomers
are
are
probably
1946 to 1964. So the
Okay.
the
Oh,
youngest.
I have 57 to 75.
Well, I don't know where you're getting your data, but
Whoa.
mine is from Wikipedia. 1946 to 64 seems to be.
Okay.
Okay. So what happened on your trip to Dallas with your friends to go see
Oh, I went
the
to go see the
Jets?
Cowboys and the Jets. Cowboys Stadium's amazing, but I had this ridiculous experience at the concession stand. So I want to ask you guys this question. When you're at a concession stand or a clothing store or a Whole Foods or something like that, you know how you can have multiple registers, separate lines?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you get on the
Oh,
line and
I
you
know
just
what you're
hope
gonna
and
say.
pray that you have the fast one, right?
Yes.
How do you assess which one is going to be the fast
I look
one?
at the guy doing the checkout and
The
see how fast
age-
his arms are moving and the age.
Of people in line, though.
Oh, really? I look at how many items they have. I look at how fast the cashier is working and how efficient they seem to be, how long they've been working there, how tattered their name tag might be. If they have a process, like they seem to like have they're just, they don't seem like they're training. And I usually just bet on that. And I always just know in my heart, I will always pick the wrong line.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. No matter what I do, it will be the
Acceptance.
slowest line because it's just the way life goes, and that's going to be okay. So then
So if-
sometimes I try to go against my gut because
Just
I go,
get
then
on
that'll
your
be the
phone
shortest one.
while you're in line. And then
Okay,
you
so
don't care.
what
Well, so
happened
factor
to you?
you did not mention was shortness of the line. So you wouldn't just automatically jump to the one that has the least amount
No,
of
because
people
they
in
might
it?
have the most
Most in the
items,
cart.
and then the slowest person that like doesn't know how to work the machine is being trained, and, stuff like that.
Yeah. And so I went to, now this is, you can't just be on your phone in this situation because this is concessions at a football game. So like the longer you're on that line, the more of the game you're missing. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta, this is so important to
gotta-
get in and out.
There's going to be a
Hmm.
I was on this
touchdown you'll miss,
line.
or a punt, or a rush, or a blitz. I've learned all these words. Go on.
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
I was on this line with my friend Charlie, and I wanted to get a Bavarian pretzel. And the person on this line.
That reminds me of Glamorous Vacation. I'm like, we didn't need that. Brian throws in adjectives that do paint a picture, but
It was called a Bavarian pretzel on the board because
Bavarian?
Bavarian too. Isn't it Bavarian? And also,
You need to hang out with Matt, who
It's like
mispronounces everything on purpose.
wait, it's Bavarian.
I think it's Bavarian. Who would say
Bavarian.
Bavarian here?
Do you
Raise
say
your hand.
Bavaria?
Everyone says Bavarian. Yeah.
I like Bavarian.
Also, what
I'm
was
gonna
that word
take
you
it.
kept pronouncing when we were hanging out that really irritated me? It was like
Ovarian.
quinoa?
Ovaries.
Yeah. We were talking about ovarian cancer. No, it was quinoa or something. No, it was stevia. You kept saying.
Stevia.
And I was like, I've said
He's
stevia to you
British.
18 times.
That's how
yet
my
it's
dad
not being-
says it too. And he's
Okay,
always like,
and
Nikki's a vegan, right? She's
Yeah,
a
my
vegan.
dad's a vegan too. Vegan is so
They try to
annoying.
be British.
I
about
wouldn't
it.
say vegan because that's a star system, and that would confuse. Because
Okay,
vegan.
okay.
Anyway,
So
there
you
is
wanted
this-
your Bavarian pretzel.
I wanted a Bavarian pretzel.
And your delicious, refreshing
core water.
Sprite. Okay.
No, I don't drink core water. They had
core water.
I
Oh,
don't know
right.
what
Like
that
those
is.
with the blue top. Yeah, I know what you're talking
What
about.
is that? So
I
the
remember those. I
person's
went to the
gross.
stadium, I think, to see Tay Tay, and they made us pour
Oh.
those core waters into the plastic cups so that we wouldn't throw them at her.
So you've been to the AT&T Stadium?
Yes, I have been there.
Maybe you've seen so an amazing stadium, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I went to 9 shows, so it's they all blend together. But yes, okay.
So before people get on my case about this, I want to say that I too worked for $8 an hour in the food industry in a deli for 7 years. So I'm getting on this guy because I'm imagining me there or someone who I worked at the deli there. There was a kid, 20s. I was 13 when I started working, or 12 going into 13 when I started working at the deli.
Illegal.
Yeah, it was totally illegal.
Yeah, so illegal. And the guy used to
Right
like
before I
penetrate him
turned
with a
13, I
broomstick,
started working there.
like flirtatiously. His manager used to stick him with a broomstick.
Yeah, he
It's
would
so
stick a
weird.
broom up my
Something on
ass
his
and go,
hair.
take care, brush your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Take care, brush your hair.
Yeah,
Okay.
every day for 5
Here's
years.
a
they did
broomstick
that.
up your butthole.
Yeah.
Or as Brian pronounced it, take car, brush your har. Bavarian. Okay.
So
Take
this
care,
kid,
baba.
this 20-something-year-old kid looked so dumb. He looked so confused. The person, there was 2 people in front of us, and the person online wanted 2 hot dogs. The hot dogs were right behind this kid on one of those rolly things. Right behind. You could just reach behind you and grab a hot dog. And the buns were next to the hot dogs. The guy asked him for 2 hot dogs, and the look on his face, it was as if he said, "We sell hot dogs here?" He was so confused. He didn't know what to do. He went right past the hot dogs into the back for 4 minutes. Gone for 4 minutes. He comes back. He's got
Were you and
nothing.
the 20-year-old like looking at each other like, what's going on? 4 minutes is a long time.
Yes, I mean, everyone was like, "What the fuck is happening?" And meanwhile, like the Cowboys are driving down the field, and we're like missing the game, and it's like this is so annoying. We
It's like 4th down.
yeah, it's
right?
like 4th down. Yeah,
It's like 0 and 10.
yeah. He comes out of the back, and he's like, "Oh my god!" He sees the buns. He picks up the 2 buns. And he
Hi.
walks right past the hot dogs again and goes into the back with the 2 buns. And then he's gone for like 8 minutes.
No, that's
No.
not possible that at 8 minutes.
I'm
There's
telling
no
you.
way.
In the
That's an
freezer.
exaggeration.
We were
there would be a
online-
revolt.
We were online
Yeah,
for
people
45
are like,
minutes.
What the hell?
He went in the back for like 8 minutes. When
Is
it
he the
comes,
only one working there? Is
No,
there another
there's
register you can
so-
jump over to?
There's so many registers. They're all moving slowly, but this guy, and we could not believe what was happening. He goes back with the 2 buns for 8 minutes. When he comes back, he lost the buns. He comes
my
back
God.
with nothing. He
No.
doesn't even have the buns anymore. And then finally,
What is he
high.
saying? Is he
Yeah,
saying
he's
is
on
anyone
drugs.
questioning him?
he goes up, he starts talking
Oh, yeah,
with
he's on
somebody.
drugs.
He's
Duh.
trying to find out
So
what's happening.
high.
He finally sees that the hot dogs are right behind him. He takes the buns, puts them down, puts a hot dog in each bun, and then he just leaves them there behind the counter. And he
No.
doesn't even, and so
Why isn't the guy yelling at him like, "Hey"?
he's like, aren't
Are
those
you
give
pay-
me my hot dogs? And he's so confused because he knows like he needs to get like a plastic container or something. He doesn't know where those are. So About 30, 40 minutes pass, and then they give this guy they give this guy his hot dog. And then I said to my friend, I gotta go. I can't do this. My friend wanted to stay. When my friend, after the guy gets the hot dogs and leaves, the next person's up, they pull this cashier. Like they cut him mid-game because he was so bad. And they said, you're off the team. They pull him and they tell the people on the line.
Because it
they
sits
go,
on the bench.
Yeah, they put him on the bench and they tell the people on the line, like, I'm sorry, this register is closed. You have to go to the back of a different line.
No.
And they were, and that's when the revolt happened. They said, no, we don't. We are not going to the back. We've been standing here 40 minutes watching this kid figure out hot dogs. We are staying on this line and buying whatever we want. And they said, okay, fine. And they finally served them. And the Bavarian pretzel was actually really good. But I don't understand. He didn't seem high. He just seemed so confused.
Had to be.
And dumb.
Think how hard his life is being that dumb.
Or
Yes.
disability of brain
Yes,
functioning.
there's something going on. He might have
he had an anxiety
played football
attack.
himself.
Yeah,
or
maybe.
he was having anxiety. Something's going on. I had the same thing happen this weekend when I was checking in the hotel in Chicago. I had a suite, and I guess the suite has like 2 entrances. So on the computer, this girl that was training, it looked like 2 rooms to her. So she was like, there's 2 rooms under your name. I'm texting Anya. I'm texting my assistant Jen. I'm like, why do I have 2 rooms under my name? And I go, well, we don't want one of the rooms. We just want the suite. And so we're waiting, and she's clicking and clacking on the thing. And then she pulls over her manager. Her manager's like, so you don't want the 2 rooms? And I'm like, no, we just want 1 room. She goes, okay, so you just want a normal room? And I'm like, no, we want a suite. And she was like, hold on, we'll get my manager. It took 15 minutes, which is a long time to wait when there's no reason to be waiting. And then I was like, I texted my assistant Jen, like, for some reason you booked 2 rooms, but it's totally fine. We just got the suite. And then Chris is like, no, she thought there were 2 rooms because the suite looked like 2 rooms on her computer. I was like, he like made it all make sense to me. And I was like, that's like the struggle of just getting with someone who just started working there. When you're like with someone I always go to Starbucks and I can tell when they like look at the cup really hard and they're like, so wait a second. So hold on. She put and they go to their manager and they go this and they go, okay, that means half decaf. That means you're going to do this and now press this button. It's like, why don't you just press the button? Just do it for him. And then I'm just standing there. And, but it's hard out there.
It's hard out there.
But
I
you
blame
need a different
management.
job if you can't find a hot
I
dog.
was fired from a temp job, which is almost kind of impossible to, like, they were like, this isn't temporary enough. I had 1 more day left. And they called me and were like, you can't do this anymore because I couldn't work the phones. I just did not understand the phones. So I understand having some sort of like dyslexia for some sort of information. I thought I was football lexic. I thought I couldn't understand football. I'm starting to get that. It's starting to all kind of make sense to me a little bit. I can like watch a play and go, oh, I see what they're trying to do here. I see what just happened. The numbers are starting to make sense. I'm still confused. There are things the stats coming up and I go, Chris, what does that many yards rushed mean? What is that? Why is that number there? Why there's so many numbers? I mean, it's just incredible to me. And Chris is like, this is going to be really fun. We're going to get a board. I'm going to have little things. I'm going to teach you. And I'm like, we don't need to take it to that. I don't need to but we're going to have a board on my, I'm going to like really learn the game of football, I think.
And then
Chris
you could
is,
be
like,
in a
adamant
fantasy
to teach
football
me.
league.
That'll be good
No,
for you
thanks.
guys.
I mean, maybe I would be interested in that because you look at stats and stuff and then you pick people
Yeah,
based
you
on
pick
that
your
stuff.
guys. It's really
Or
fun.
their name. Pick on their
Well,
name.
this brings us to why do I care for today? Because it's football related. So why don't we just get to it? Because I need to address this. It's in the zeitgeist. People are talking about it. Let's do it.
Why do I care?
All right, Noah, what's the headline and why do I care?
Okay, the headline is, and you tell me if you care, Taylor Swift wears rumored new beau Travis Kelce's birthstone on necklace during NYC outing amid dating speculation from the
Okay.
Daily Mail.
Yep. There is dating speculation of her dating Travis Kelce from the Chiefs. I really didn't like this at first because this all started with Travis Kelce is he the quarterback?
Tight end.
Tight end for the Chiefs,
Oh,
which is
baby.
a position. I know my stuff. And then what is a tight end, by the way? I don't know what that is.
A tight end is a pass catching lineman. It's a guy
Is
who's
it
on
what?
the line. He's a pass catching lineman. So he's on the line. He can block sometimes for runners or to defend against a sack. But then you can also go out for a pass and catch a pass.
Okay.
All right. I feel like I'm doing Duolingo and I just like kind of understood. I like
Defend
I
against
got
the
passed
sack.
to the next level.
Defend
Use it
I
as
kinda-
a
My brain went to music and I started hearing Wichita linemen in my head.
Oh yeah, that song's pretty good. So the tight end caught the pass from the quarterback, and
That's correct.
He ran and he was able to rush and
No,
get
no,
a
you messed
touchdown.
up. You
No,
messed
what's
up.
a rush? Is like a
rush-
pass and
A
is
rush
from a
is only
pass.
when you hand off the ball
Yeah,
to
the
somebody.
handoff.
Yeah.
And is a pass is a throw. A handoff always seems to me like a pass because you're like, here you go. And I keep
Yeah.
calling a handoff a pass.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting it straight. So anyway, Travis Kelce is a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. When he went to Eras Tour in Kansas City, he wanted to give Taylor Swift a friendship bracelet that had his number on it. Not his football number, his actual number, because he has a
That's
crush on
cute.
her and wanted to meet her. No, it's not. I thought it was annoying. I thought it was just another attempt to get your name in the press. And it's like, and there was some line about him being like, she doesn't meet people before the show. So I was kind of bummed out. And it just annoyed me because when people want to meet me when I don't feel like it before a show or after a show, I'm like, don't get mad at me. You don't have a right to get
Consent.
bummed out. You didn't buy a fucking pass and I canceled it. You never had a chance to come back here. You made up a thing that you should get to do. And now you're disappointed that you don't get to meet me. There was never that on the board for you. So you don't get to be disappointed that you don't get to meet her. So that annoyed me that he was disappointed. Anya, you know what I'm talking about? When people are like they're like, well,
I don't
really
believe
wanted
a
to
famous
meet you.
person would ever say that. There's no way he said that.
I think that was his quote.
He
was
said it on his
disappointed. He was bummed.
podcast.
Yeah, he was bummed out that he didn't get to meet her.
Travis
And then she doesn't meet
Kelce has a
people.
I need to hear
podcast
it.
with his brother, Jason Kelce, who's
Well,
the
will you look
Eagles.
up the quote about the friendship bracelet, Brian, that he tried to
Sure.
give her, and then the quote of him saying, "I was bummed out. I
I
didn't
just
get
think
to meet her."
it's cute to put his
He
number
probably
on a
just-
friendship bracelet.
Yeah.
That's just my
Yeah, but-
opinion.
Great, that's cute. It is cute. I definitely think it's cute, but I'm just like, what makes you think that she has to meet you just because
No,
you
he just
are
meant
famous?
he's bummed out because maybe he could. He doesn't know about
do you mean?
famous people. Maybe
He doesn't know he's a really famous football player.
Yeah,
Just
but people
go
aren't
through
trying to meet him.
Yes,
Are
they
they?
are. Oh my god,
Oh.
he's.
I get it. It
huge
bothered
deal.
you because he's egotistical enough to think
I should get to
pause
meet her.
life and meet him. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
oh, Travis Kelce is here. I should, jeopardize my vocal strain to go meet him before a show.
Well, clearly they
jeopardize the
did
fact
meet.
that I have They didn't, but then he was bummed out. Like I don't like the like.
Here's what the transcript is.
Yeah,
I'm just playing
thank
the
you.
video and reading it as they're saying it. How was it? Yeah, well, I was disappointed that she doesn't talk before or after her shows because she has to save her voice for the 44 songs that she sings. So I was a little butthurt. I didn't get to hand her one of the bracelets I made for her. You made her a bracelet? Yeah. If you're up on Taylor Swift concerts, there are friendship bracelets, and I received a bunch of them being there, but I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it. All right, nah. Your number as an 87 or your phone number? You know which one. Everyone's laughing. She doesn't meet anybody, or at least she didn't want to meet me, so I took it personal. She probably just hasn't gotten over the Super Bowl yet. She's a big fan of the Eagles. Yeah, I made something up, just didn't want to talk to you.
Okay.
Damn it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind of
agree with
annoying.
you.
No,
You think it's cute?
I agree with
He
Nikki.
said, I was a
think
little
it's cute.
disappointed that she doesn't meet people before or after shows. She has to save her voice. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
But he thinks like, well, she would want to meet me, and she would get this.
You don't get to
He
be
just
I guess
doesn't
is
know how
true.
singers are. He doesn't realize like your voice is something that you have to like protect. And
But you
it's
wouldn't be
cute
annoyed
to
if someone
say
wanted to go
he's
meet you, and then
disappointed.
when they tell them Anya doesn't meet people before shows, they'd be a little bit like, I'm butthurt that she
I
didn't
love that
meet
he
me.
called himself butthurt
Butthurt?
because
Is
he's
he
roasting
12?
himself,
And he's a tight end.
Okay, I do
he's
like that
making
actually.
fun of
His
himself.
Okay, I'm on board. Now that I heard the
ass
butt,
was
when I
so
do have to
hurt.
say, when I heard the butt hurt part, I thought that was actually endearing. And then when I first read it, I think this is the way that things can be taken out of context and give me a bad. Like when I first read that, I was just like, oh, are you sad that you didn't get to meet her because you get to meet everyone and you just run the city and you think she comes to your city that she's going to be dying to meet you? It's like, I just thought it was a little entitled, but I think I see it from your point of view now, which is like, he is famous. He did think that maybe he had a chance because why wouldn't he? I think maybe if I was as famous as Travis Kelce, I think maybe I'd have a shot with Taylor Swift too. So it is endearing. And apparently they are dating, or like the quote has been they've been quietly dating, which makes me laugh because I picture they just get together, they sit in a love seat and they don't talk. And they just look at each other's eyes and they
They
create.
boop each other's noses.
What do you think about this
Yeah.
headline saying she's wearing his
So,
birthstone? That's so specific.
This is I
How
know.
zoomy is this camera?
No, it's fucking
So
specific
weird.
because listen, Taylor Swift does communicate in her jewelry, in her fashion. She will like Easter egg the shit out of things and tell us about what's coming up. So I have to say, until I heard this headline, I did not think her and Travis Kelce were actually talking. And now I do think they are talking because she would not. It's too big of a coincidence that that's his birthstone. I think that, and she also is kind of like a, she's a person that's like interested in star signs, I think, and stuff like that. And she believes in like, she's so smart and so cryptic and so good at doing like stuff like this that could be deniability in it. That's just a coincidence. But also she knows she doesn't wear things without thinking about what they could mean. And so I do think this is a confirmation that they are probably talking. And by all accounts,
see him.
Travis Kelce, anyone who knows of him and listens to his podcast, my friend Robin, she vouched for him. Everyone seems to love this guy. So I am so on board. And I used to be not on board. And I think I was just because I was jealous because I wanna date her.
He's a lovable, goofy guy. He's certainly
Is
not
he?
cool. He's not cool like a famous singer or something. He is a lovable
I like it.
goof. Yeah.
So yeah, last night she was at dinner with Greta Gerwig and Laura Dern.
They were
and
quietly
Zoe
eating.
Kravitz. They were
Yeah.
quietly eating.
That's a weird bunch.
No, it's people are interested because Greta Gerwig obviously is the It director, and Taylor Swift is also a director, and so
Oh,
they're probably
I thought
working
we
on
were
a
talking
project.
about the girl that's like the young environmentalist.
Greta Thunberg.
Laura Dern. Like, what?
That's so funny.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm actually on board with this. I just want her to be happy. I think my initial instincts with anything about Taylor is like, unless she tells us, I don't really believe it. And I feel like this was kind of her way of giving a little bit of a wink and a nod to the people who are very much paying attention. I just don't appreciate everyone sending me things of like, this commentator said, looks like Travis Kelce looked for some blank space in the field. Like, I don't care about weathermen, or I don't know why I said it like that. I don't care about weathermen or commentators or anyone who's not a Swiftie, like dropping a lot of Swift lyrics and things. Like, it's not interesting to me. It's just a way to get her attention and to group yourself and to make your video go viral because you know Swifties will watch anything. And I don't really like it. And if you send it to me before, don't think that I hate you. Literally, my best friend sent it to me and I love them still. But I'm not interested in weathermen working in Taylor Swift quotes to their forecast. It's not interesting to me. It's a desperate attempt to be like, look, it just, like some people just get your thing wrong sometimes. And I'm just telling you, those are the things I want to see. But do send me any other Swiftie thing.
Question.
Answer.
If you were
sorry.
dating someone for less than 2 weeks and they started to wear your birthstone,
Creep.
Taylor falls fast. Taylor doesn't fuck around.
TFF.
When she knows, she knows.
But
TFF.
that is
But-
BDI.
according to what you
If
believe,
your girlfriend-
that's not good to be so vulnerable.
yeah,
I don't mind her falling fast because she's a romantic and I like to fall fast. Like, I love when I meet someone and I'm just like, I'm in, like, you just know. I like the stories of like, we just knew. And like, I like that she doesn't take things slow. That's what is made her the artist that she is that she feels so passionately. So it to me, it's her and him doing a little, like, what can I do? The smallest thing I can do that is a slight nod to the fact that we might be talking, and it's like our personal inside joke. And he's like, you could wear my birthstone. I bet it was like an inside joke with them.
Okay. That
You
And
want to
so
hear
it
something
does not concern me.
interesting? One
What's
last
her
thing about
sign?
this is
Yes,
that
before we go to break.
Travis Kelce, when they were supposedly first started getting together, he was injured, so he didn't play week 1 of the season.
Mm-hmm.
his penis was injured.
She
He was
injured
massaged it
her
back
tight
to
end,
health.
which is a different tight end than you would think.
No.
He was injured, and then after this report came out, he came back for week 2, and I believe, I'm looking it up right now, he caught a touchdown pass when he came
All
back.
right.
Yeah.
Is that like a remarkable
Let me see.
thing?
That's an
No,
Easter egg.
no, he does it almost every time he plays.
All the time. He's very good. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
maybe
I
he didn't.
approve. Not that it matters what I think about this at
Oh, that
all,
was
because
Blake
Taylor
Bell.
is allowed to live her life, and hate is going to hate, and I'm going to weigh in all the time, but it doesn't matter. Taylor, live your life. We love you. And I'm sorry I've
TFF.
talked about your personal
Go
life.
Tay.
All right. Let's go to break. We'll be right back. And we're back. I'm headed to New York tonight. I'm gonna stay with Sarah Lena in her house.
You are?
Yeah, and it's apparently
how long?
she got it. It was haunted, so I was a little bit scared. But they had someone come in and get rid of the ghost.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, the girls'
more.
chat was
ablaze.
ablaze with this ghost named Michael that was living in her house. But then she had a person come to the house and cleanse it. Like her cleaning
Is he
people were not wanting. They left because they were like the mops keep getting pushed over and there's weird puddles everywhere. And I was like, is that
They don't want to get
annoying?
paid money.
No, they were like too scared. They
From
were like,
a mop?
there is a ghost here and we're scared
What's
and
he
we don't
gonna
want to
do?
work anymore.
He's gonna make a puddle.
That's what I've said. I'm like, what's wrong with a mop
Okay,
getting
then
pushed
don't get
over?
money,
But
I
people are
guess.
creeped out. They were hearing voices in the elevator.
Oh,
And so anyway, the ghost is gone though, so I feel safe staying there tonight. And I can't see ghosts,
I'm
so it's
excited.
fine. But there was a part of me that was a little creeped
Just
out.
leave
but then
your
she
phone
assured
on
me.
record all night, will you please?
Okay, and then
In case a ghost
they're
goes,
just gonna hear me fart a lot
That's great.
and like wake up coughing like the guy in Seven,
Sloth victim.
sloth victim in Seven, the movie Seven. Taylor, one time I quoted that because I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night and my mouth is so dry and I just start choking. I like choke myself awake and I'm just like, "Gah, gah." And if you've ever seen the movie Seven, when they find the sloth victim, they think he's dead and Brad Pitt gets really close up in his face and then the guy comes to life just going, "Gah, gah." That is me in the middle of the night, probably 3 times a week, just gagging. But yeah, I'm going to New York and I'm hosting an event for women in media and communications. Sorry. And then I'm going to this weekend perform at a country club on Friday night. That is my money manager's country club. And he's like, they're going to love it. Say whatever you want. I'm like, I think there are some things I shan't say. I don't know if I'm going to go full throttle, but I think it's going to be one of those gigs where I'm going to want to leave right after because people are going to be horrified and be like, this is not what this country club is about.
No, they're gonna be like drinking and.
But I can say the N-word a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and I've always wanted the freedom to do that. I'm just kidding. I just think country clubs, no offense to them. I've already done it by the time this, this is going to air actually the night before I do it. But there's something about country clubs that really annoy me. And because I think they're
one, but I don't want to
elitist.
talk to anyone else.
Yeah,
there.
I don't like, I went golfing once in Cabo and I talked about this on the pod back then when it happened, but I wasn't wearing a collared shirt, so they like wouldn't let me
Oh yeah.
swing the golf
Hell.
club. And I was like,
Yeah.
that is a thing. A collared shirt's an expensive thing worn by hoity-toity white cunts.
That look bad,
And
they're
that's what they
ugly.
want on their club. And so they have to like make some dumb rule about it. Like, why does that make me like be able to play golf at your dumb club that you think is important because you wasted all this land, all this water? Yeah, it just was so gross to me. I just kind of feel country clubs just make me, and it's just this pageantry of like, this is so nice and we're white and rich and it just feels
Patsy Ramsey.
Patsy Ramsey, PDI.
Yeah.
But I am excited to perform at one and take your money. And I'll tell that to your faces. No, I'm actually sure I would love to belong to a country club. And I think my grandparents used to and stuff. But it does remind me a little bit of like plantation. It seems like
it costs a lot to join it.
and it just,
There
but
is
I bet they're
something
nice.
dirty about it.
Oh yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, something.
If you like golf.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You have to like golf. All the country clubs. You have to
Not
like
tree
golf.
court.
But it's just about getting a community. Even if you're a rich fuck, you still need to have a community around you in order to be happy. And that's where
Yes,
people go.
it
They
is
go-
about community.
If you
You're
want
so
to
right,
like country clubs a little bit more, just watch Curb Your
Please.
Enthusiasm because they
No,
are all
that
about
makes
it.
that kind of makes me like it. That's what I
Yeah.
was literally just thinking of like, well, they're not so bad. Larry enjoys a good lunch with Jeff and
Yes.
the guy that talks like this,
Yeah.
Rest
Super
in
Dave.
peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Vince Vaughn is there sometimes. Yeah, I can get behind it. I've been to some Christmas Eve dinners at country clubs. Algonquin.
Doggone.
Yeah, you've been there. Yeah, but
In St. Louis.
but yeah, I think I'm already getting ahead of them hating me, so I'm trying to hate on them. This is what I do. It's a defense mechanism because I
Preemptively
already
hate.
feel like they're not going to like me, and so I'm like already getting defensive. But I'm sure they're going to
Rationalization
be
is what it's
very
called.
nice and like very up for laughing at horrifying things. And then Saturday we'll be in Englewood, New Jersey. So come to that show if you guys live in New Jersey. Because I think pretty much anywhere in New Jersey, like you can get to anywhere in New Jersey.
It's
like,
very
it's not-
close to Manhattan too. It's just
High
across the
speed
river.
limits too.
Oh, that's
like
great.
that.
So take the fucking ferry or the PATH train or whatever and get there.
Yeah, I'm
And it's my
excited for that.
birthday.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. What day is your birthday?
Saturday night.
23,
Saturday,
right?
Oh my God, that'll be
9:23.
so fun.
Yeah.
What shall we do?
We shall sing songs and laugh. And Rick
Oh my
Glassman will
God,
be
I
there
gotta-
as well, who I've never
Yeah,
met.
Rick
and
Glassman
he's
from
very
Take Your
funny.
Shoes Off Pod is going to be there opening for me, and I'm so excited because he's such a fun hang. Yeah, just like a good hang behind the scenes. Wait, Anya, I got to get you a gift. What do you want? You think gifts are burdens, and
I like
you
a
resent
cake
them.
from Billy's Bakery, the one that I had at my wedding. That would be amazing.
Okay, I got to bring a fucking cake.
I know
to the
something
country
she
club,
wants.
and then I
I'll
gotta
tell you
schlep it
later.
to New
I can
Jersey.
bring it. I can just get it.
Well, that seems crazy. Okay, well, that's okay. But what do you want in terms of like a
Diamonds. Give me diamonds.
I know, but you
That's a
do say,
burden.
you say that gifts are burdens.
I know what I want. I want a platinum wallet. It's $330 and it's going to be at the store up the street at my house. I told Matt about it. He was like, he started coughing like the guy in Seven.
What's a platinum wallet?
It's it's by Il Bisonte, this brand that I love, and they have like this silvery
How
wallet.
do you even know about a brand called Il Bisonte?
I've had this purse.
How do you
in-
have a favorite brand?
It's just an Italian. I happened to buy a purse by them a long time ago in Portland, and I
Got
just
it.
love it. It's classic, and it's very beautiful and very expensive. That's what I want.
And then why is it called a platinum?
it's just
wallet.
shiny silvery gold.
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
Yeah, but that's not. I don't know. I just want to be with you and have fun, honestly, and have cake.
Well, then that's what I'll give you.
yeah,
Just my presence, and I'll put on some deodorant.
and a 300% bonus would be great just for the night, and that's it.
Sure, and then
For
you
the
can.
night.
No, I'm excited to be
bonus.
working. I worked last year on my birthday. Do you guys like working on your birthday? It makes you feel
I
good.
like working
Oh,
on
Oh, if it's
Christmas.
performing, if it's performing a show, then
What?
fine.
It's the best.
I wouldn't want to work in the coal mines on my birthday.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to work at AT&T hot dog stand stadium.
Oh, you get off early because you suck at it. That's
Yeah,
right.
performing it doesn't feel like work
Oh
necessarily,
my god, no way.
right?
No,
doesn't.
it does. Work
Really?
is work.
No, I mean the Anya does a lot of work that isn't the performing part, but the performing part, do you feel like that's like
Me?
work?
It's
Yes.
the best. It's so fun. I always wish it was longer. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It goes by so fast. We have so much fun on stage singing together. It's kind of fun to be nervous on this tour because I'm like, oh, I'm like a little rusty. I've been taking voice lessons though, and I'm like noticing all these parts of my voice that I was like scared of before. Now I'm slowly like venturing into new territory. So that's been kind of fun. No, I love it. It's a blast. And it's so fun to meet people after the show too. And
Yeah.
not to sound like I'm hawking shit, but Nikki has these new t-shirts that are so dope. And
Yeah, they're
come
really
see me
good.
after the show because I'll be there near those with lots of
I feel
music,
bad because
too.
they're not for sale online, and I know people are like, why
Soon.
not? And
Soon.
the answer is, I don't fucking know. I don't know how to run my life. Can you imagine, person listening to this, like you have a website and then you also have a merch store, and you got to find in order to have merch, you have to like store the merch, and then you have to have someone like package it and send it. And yes, you can have like third party vendors do that, but I don't know how
Yeah,
to do
it's a
any of
hassle.
it. There's just so much to this job that I'm not good at doing. And
You got to be your own
it's-
business.
Yeah, it's a
just
lot.
come to the shows. You have to come to the show to get this shirt, and we're touring all over. And after the
Yes.
tour is wrapped, we'll figure out a way to get them to you if you want to order them online. But for now, just come to shows and get them. They're so soft and so evil looking, and I love them. It's like a skull.
Yeah,
I
with
get it.
It's like a
barbed wire.
skull with barbed wire and a microphone and roses. It's gothic.
Bucket hat will come off and back on from it.
Anya's wearing the shirt on the Eric Andre episode, which was on yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
People can see it on
one
YouTube.
we have yesterday.
Jesus.
Yeah, the Eric Andre episode.
You're going to get
And
like
Eric Andre-
45 emails from companies now asking you to be their merch store person.
We know we already know.
Yeah.
They all honestly, it's like it isn't that hard to do. And eventually we'll probably move to like doing those QR codes where people in the lobby will just like scan a thing and buy a shirt and it'll get shipped to them. But for now, we're
Yeah, but it's fun to
DIY.
walk
more
out with
fun,
a tangible
yes.
thing that you drop in the parking lot and go, why the fuck did you drop that, Julie? I don't know why my mom is screaming at herself in third person, but that's how many, like one time I was at a concert and I like, if you go to concerts, you can find merch on the ground all the time because people aren't used to like carrying a shirt. So
Yeah.
they'll always drop it. There's merch everywhere.
They'll tie their
Literal-
shoe and it's all over for that.
Yes.
Didn't you find
What's
one at
happening
Metric?
with your dog
Yes,
situation?
I found that metric shirt. My dog situation. The doggies aren't here right now. But final thought.
Oh.
So I was going to get a foster dog in Los Angeles from Mayday Rescue, who Natalie was on the podcast, and she was the one that found me Luigi and Marion, and they are now living with my parents, and they're happy, and my parents won't give them back to me, so that is fine with me because they have a great life with them. But I want to get another dog, so I almost got the dog of that woman who died, but then she decided not to give it to me. I told that
She
on the
decided not
podcast
to
already.
die.
Yeah, no, she died, but she didn't even know I existed. She died, and then they were like, we got to give this dog to someone. And then I almost got that dog, but then I didn't. And so then Chris and I had a conversation around that dog, and it really made us realize we want to get a dog. And that one fell through. So we were like, let's actually get one. So we went to the Humane Society, or like to the North Central Valley shelter in LA on my like last day there. And we met this dog that Kirsten is named Carlos, just from looking at it. He's so cute. Sandbarkers. Yeah, because, well, okay, let me just go back. Going back to high school, my mom one day came home from the Soulard farmer's market with a duck. And she was like, I got you girls a duck. And we were like, "Whoa! Oh my god, this is awesome!" Like we loved any kind of new pet. And that song,
A real dog?
that Carlos Santana song was big at the time. Then the shooting, he fucked us in the corner, Cinnamania in the store. That song,
Yeah.
Make it a way to make it better.
I haven't heard that song since
Me
like
neither.
1998.
It's like I hear it every day.
That
very
was like
memorable.
but it was like Maria,
Oh, God.
you remind me of the West Side Story. So then there was a part of going up in Spanish Harlem, living the life just like a movie star. Maria, and then one part it goes played by Carlos Santana. Okay, so we
Like this. Played by
Carlos Santana. So we got this duck, and for some reason, Kirsten was like, you should name it Played by Carlos Sanquackers. I don't know why, but it was just because that song was so big. If you haven't noticed, in high school, we would just take a song and put other words into it, like, come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar, boner. And then so this we did, Played by Carlos Sanquackers. And so we named him Carlos Sanquackers. And then Kirsten again saw this dog that I posted in the girls' chat. She was like, his name is Carlos Sanbarkers. And so I started
She
calling
really did say Carlos Sandbarkers?
Yeah.
I just guessed that
I know,
she
that's
said
crazy that you said that.
Yes.
So then I told Natalie that, so anyway, we took out Carlos, we played with him, and then Chris and I wanted to go to brunch and then go see, we had tickets to Oppenheimer, and we were like, we can't adopt this dog today because like we can't go back home. Like we have a full day and I'm an hour away from where I live, and we can't just leave the dog in the hotel room. And then, so I was like, I can't get him today, but then he just goes back in his like metal cage. Like it's so sad. So I decided, I was like, okay, her foster was with her, one of the girls that fosters these dogs in her Mayday rescue. And thank God Sharon was like, I'll take the dog when you come back on the 29th because I'm coming back to LA to shoot this thing. She was like, you can get him then, but we'll get him spayed and we'll get him teeth cleaning. And then you can pick him up and you can foster him. And then if you feel like it's a good match, you can keep him. And if not, we'll find a place for him. So anyway, I was like, that's perfect. So we left and we go home, and Chris and I are like, is this the right dog for us? It kind of has longer hair than we want. Like we had its hair like all over us, and we were kind of like, oh no. But we were also like, we can't be like, I don't like it because it's hair. Like
You got a Roomba.
you just have to take the dog for what it is. You just get one of those little rolly things. It's going to be okay. And we were kind of like, it's a little bit bigger than we want it to be because we kind of want a dog that's very easy to carry around. Really, the perfect dog for me was this dog, the dead woman's dog, but I didn't get it because he was little, he was quiet, and he didn't bark, and he was very short-haired. But I also was like, I'm going to take this dog. I'm going to foster it at least, and it'll be fine. But then Natalie called me the other day, or she texted me and was like, hey, can you call me back? I need to talk to you. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in trouble because I think she probably noticed that I was not as keen on Carlos as I wanted to be because I haven't been asking for pictures of him and I haven't been like doing what an adoptive mother should be doing of like, send me every video.
Yeah.
And she's going to be mad at me and I just don't want to disappoint her. And then, so I was like telling Chris, like, I'm nervous to call Natalie. I think she's mad at me. Like she might know that we're like not exactly thrilled about this dog, but we're still going to go through with it. We're going to be good parents to it. And he was like, just call her back. Like you're getting into a tizzy over nothing. So I called her back and she was like, hey, I just met the dog Hobbs that you were supposed to get. She met the dog that I was supposed to get. Because those people also want to adopt another dog because they are like, love so many dogs. Why don't you give me Hobbs if you want so many other dogs? I'm just being snarky and funny.
Hobbs.
But they got Hobbs and then they met her to get some other dog. And she was like, I met Hobbs. That's the kind of dog you should have. I think Carlos, he's great. And by the way, she called him Carlos because I said my friends are calling him Carlos. And she was like, that's actually a great name. So his name is Carlos now, by the way. That is what his name will be the rest of his life because if he gets adopted. So if you want to adopt Carlos, he's available at Mayday Rescue. But she was like, oh, don't worry about Carlos. She was like, I feel like Carlos is just not the right dog for you. He's just like a little too big. You need a dog like Hobbs. She was like, I'm not worried about Carlos. He will find a home. He is so cute. He is like one of the greatest dogs we've had. And I was like, I kind of want Carlos now. But Carlos is available for adoption. And I am continuing the hunt for Red October.
For Sandquackers.
For Sandquackers. So I am in the market for a dog. But it's like, I'm just enjoying this time of my life, which I think a lot of people might relate to when they like know they're about to have a kid or something where they're like, this is the last time my life will be
Don't
only
have to
about
get
me
up.
and I don't have to do anything for anyone else because I'm about to get an animal and my life will be, I'll be concerned about something else and it will be a lot of like there will be a lot of those sighs throughout my day, but
Like a dog peeing at night. The dog having to go pee.
Yes.
Down 12 flights.
yes.
Oh, not that you have
Yes.
to walk on the
No,
stairs
there's
or anything.
elevators, but yes, just having
It's a
like
long hallway.
yeah, it's just like or something goes wrong with the dog, you got to take it to the vet. There's like it's a responsibility. So I'm enjoying this calm of my life right now where I don't have a dog, but I can't wait to get one because I'm going to bring him on the road with me, and he's going to be a little backstage dog. He's going to trot out on stage because he'll be like, "Where's Mama?" And I'll be like, "I'm out here," and then he'll come out and the audience will cheer, and then he'll get scared and run away, and it'll be so much fun. And that's what's going on.
Little
with
rap
my
skeleton.
dog.
It'll
Do you
also
want to
be
get
a lot
dog?
easier
No.
because you have Chris living with you. So you don't have
Yes.
the full responsibility of taking care of the dog.
Well, I told him that I actually will. Like, this is a thing I want more than he wants. He's not like opposed to it at all.
He's
He's
gonna
actually
fall
like,
in love with it.
yes, he will. But he, just like he did Luigi and Marion, but we've already talked about it. Like, I'm the main person who's going to take them out and feed them and like I'm going to be like the mom in a very traditional sense. And then he's like, I'm happy to take them out when you don't feel like it. Like, I'll step in and do anything you need for these dogs. But I like the understanding that this is like your thing. And I'm like, that's what I want. All I asked him for is that he call it our dog and not my dog, because I don't want him on radio being like Nikki's dog. I'm
Yeah.
like, it will make it more special to me if it's our dog.
Just like husband.
that's
Unless we
sweet.
break up and then it's mine. A little pre-pup. Prenup pup. Because like, who would get the dog if you broke up? Anya.
Matt.
People always
He
go back on
adopted her.
that though.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
That would be
You
hard.
split up and had an animal
And
situation.
it was agreed that it was Burke's cat. 100% Burke had to do everything.
Burke did it.
If
BDI.
if Burke DDI, Burke didn't do it. If the cat ever would stop using the toilet, then it would be an outdoor cat. Everything, and nope.
I
Didn't
forgot
work.
that you
What do you mean?
trained that cat to use a toilet.
Yes,
And
Well,
outdoor cats are bullshit. You should know that. They kill so many birds.
Oh, yeah.
No outdoor cats.
Big
Boo.
whoopsie
Wait, did it
Big
pee in the
whoop-de-doo, they
toilet
killed
too?
billions of birds and affect whole...
Nikki. He was indoor and
Yeah.
rip Mulchi. He got killed.
Rip.
But wait,
Let her
Taylor,
rip.
I'm sorry, R.I.P. Mulchi, but Taylor, did Mulchi pee in the toilet?
Yeah, he peed and pooped in the toilet.
How did,
How did you
train-
does
how
a
did you train
cat
him?
pee
When you
in
don't
the
even do
toilet?
that. You go
I
outside.
know. I go outside like a goddamn madman. He had a toilet and it had bigger and bigger rings that you would pop out, and you put less and less litter in it until he just balanced on the seat.
Oh, so you can buy like training
Yeah, it's called
trays.
City Kitty.
Oh my God.
It's really cool.
That's
I recommend
really
it. But
cool.
it has to be a kitten, I think. It doesn't
he
have
flush?
to, but they're not
Because
going
you
to.
can't teach an old
He
cat.
didn't flush because he was too little yet, and then he reverted to his old ways.
to use the
'cause-
bidet.
So- oh my god, that would be so cute. He's like,
All right, we have to go. Thank you guys for watching, listening, whatever you did with the pod. We so appreciate it. Taylor, thank you for being here in person.
Thanks for having me.
Anya and Brian, thank you guys. Noah, thank you. I will see you this week in Englewood, New Jersey, y'all. Come out to the show if you're available in the
Always up to
area.
no
We
good.
love
And
it.
you also have
And,
dates with David Spade this month.
Oh yeah, and
29th
we'll
and
be at
30th.
Dave. Yeah, the 29th and 30th. Yeah, in Las Vegas, September 29th and 30th. Anya will also be at those, just in the background though. But
Yeah.
she will be there hanging out with us, and we will be working on our Taylor Swift cover band, The Blank Spaces. That is, TBD when we'll release that. But yeah, follow our Instagram for us to play before shows, because that's the way Anya and I like to warm up for shows, is to go live on Instagram and play a bunch of Taylor Swift songs. And now Vampire by Olivia
yeah.
Rodrigo. That's in our repertoire now, so don't even think it isn't. Like a goddamn vampire.
It's a
Okay, so guys,
scorcher.
it is. It's a good one.
Scorched earth.
So thank you for listening. Don't be cut and just
Jack
VDI.
Russell is what Nikki wants. Oh.